Hello, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Viggy, and I make live videos, mostly of Yiddish. If I'm fan to the hunting video, please consider give my like, give my share, give my subscribe, give my vera member, dat is er also auf the channel. So geht ein langer, riesiger Weg. Auch if I'm going anywhere, darf ich sagen, it's absolutely, positively, 100%ly not financial advice. So please be very careful. The market hat wegnehmen alles, wo die hast. Nicht gechillig, wie sie die hast. All right, let's get into it. Yankee T, good morning, Yankee. How you doing? What's going on? That would have a little change and do the music. Lass mal sehen, der Market rasket. Gold in echt, silver in echt geween $85. Almost $85, if I remember correctly. Stupe signs that the market geht zurückkommen ein bisschen, geht sich ein bisschen beruhigen. Don't know. Again, not financial advice, of course. Yankee, wie sie gehen an Shabbos, wie sie gehen an Weekend. Bitte, kijk und nimm drauf. So, ich hab das ich darf sagen, als durch den New Year, jetzt kommt der New Year, der goyische New Year. Der goyische New Year. Gaat man nun eben der Live 9-10 in der Früh. The live is gonna be pushed off at 9-10. Wir tun eben 9-10. It's gonna be beautiful. Someone liebt zu hören, beautiful. Glad to hear. Silber is $73. Sie gewähnen $83, $10. Es hat sich geöffnet nächten. In China hat es schon gedreht auf 90. Menschen haben schon gekauft $90 wert Silber. Menschen haben schon in der Like der Häuser. Gold, 4,440. Nimmt auch da. Ich meine, es hat schon gehit der High. Again, nicht financial, just my thought. Bitcoin, 87,000. Finne wir dich Dambo, wie die Putam. Bitcoin halt, Crypto halt. Ich meine, die Crypto. Tesla, 475, 468. Es hat sich Ziel gemacht bei 475. Okay. Du is the spy. Hoe was net pas du of the spy? Ich habe schon gewissen, du vorige Woche. Was denkst du, der Weg gaat auf, du? En ook damit du adrap? Guckt's. Oh. Du auf? Gewoon slashen, I guess, mechanisch. En ook damit jemand adrap? Kijk hoe dezelfde zaak. Kijk hoe de picture spielt zich immer. De picture, du. What? Okay, links. Arosmo. This in this. Kijk, deze is aus Similor. In order make him them drop. Sie gegangen von 604 zu 476. 476. 576, 676. Almost 100 etwas points. Aan de rappel, du is ook het gegangen in 310. This is in the COVID. So sie kennen das jetzt zurück, man sie 600s. Macht 10 Grad. Whoever auch gekauft, den ganzen Weg darauf. Verkaufen nicht, wenn sie geht darauf. Halt dich stark. Because kick auf the record. Hook auf the record. IB geht darauf. Viele, wenn sie kommt zurück darauf, du. Weißt? Sie geht darauf, kommt darauf, sie geht darauf, kommt darauf. But die lässt los the noise. Booms. You'll be on top. You'll be on top. So don't get discouraged. Ich suche für einen, wenn sie geht darauf, ist es eine größere Chance für dich zu kaufen noch. Just Silber. Hopefully. Von mir, von meiner eigenen Teufel. At least soll rücken zu den 40ers. $40 an ounce. Kick on there, shoot up. This is just my eigene thoughts. The Nana's Eiger candle. Boom. Mal sehen, was will tun. Sollen wir ihm nicht pushen? Davor gedenken, als Hand ist noch der Holiday Season. So sie gemacht nicht du Volume, aber da watschen mit der Volume. Yankee. Is gegangen? No, huh? You like to do that, don't you? Ich sehe, was geht vor jetzt in Minnesota. Wir haben gerät von Fraud. Right? So du viel mit Fraud in Minnesota. Sie suchen etwas $9 billion so far. Auf Fraud, Daycares mit Sachen. Ich habe gesehen, einer hat getweet. Ich weiß nicht, wie Validity das hat, wie ernsthaft das ist, aber just for the thought. Calculated risk. Hello and welcome. Good morning. Welcome. How you doing? Ik denk niet dat er zijn in de chat. So good morning, good morning. Welcome. How was your weekend? Was je gaan naar Shabbos? So terug gaan ze de tweet had gezocht als Minnesota is nog een kleine compared to wat dit zich in andere states. En het uitgebracht op states. En bij New York had gezocht als the fraud is gigantic. I'm just saying that I think, I don't know, die Jiden haben een extra hate auf sich in general. So, lass mal sie nicht geben, mal Riesen. Lass mal sie nicht geben, mal Riesen. Nächten haben wir Menschen geämpft. Menschen haben geschickt Messages nächten als der Fraud. Ich habe gefragt, jetzt kiek mir, wo dit sich in Minnesota, wer weiß, wo es geht vor in unser Backyard. Menschen haben mich zurückgeämpft Messages. Like you wouldn't know. Like, meaning, sie sagen mehr, wie viel die meinst. And think about it. Don't you think that's scary? I think we darf sein sehr careful. Alex Spitzer. Guten Morgen, how you doing? Scheint er zu sein, du. Wir sind am Weekend, wir sind am Shabbos. Wir sind gewesen beide. Shabbos is always beautiful. Nice. Nice. Und so mal lieb zu hören. So mal lieb zu hören, als Sachen seine geht. Und sag mal recht, what a lucky situation we're in. Jeder siebente Tag wird man ausgelassen. Es ist up zu dir. Meaning, wenn du nimmst auf ein Dienstag, viele die lässt aus nach vorne auf ein Dienstag. You have to, like, Mittwoch, the next Tag, you have to pay the price for it, you know? Meaning to say, jeder einer, der nimmt dit, ist noch gehörig beschäftigt mit Arbeit. But, just imagine, jede 7 Tag lässt man dich aus, kannst ihn, wo du willst. Es ist Zeit für dir, es ist optional. I think that's crazy. I think it's... Sag mal, hat man nicht, wie lucky man ist. Aber man kann sich pushen auslöschen. Wegen dem, ich denke, wenn ich bin gewesen in einer zweiten State, aber ich realized, as what a gift it is, that jeder 7 Tag, you know, no Shabbos is the best. Exactly, Alex. Sie tun mir nicht. In der Riesen, warum sie tun mir nicht, weil jeder einer in deinem Circle, jeder einer in deinem Neighborhood weiß, was geschieht. Stamm am Dienstag, du nimmst auf. It doesn't work. Mine was very, was okay. Maar rausgegangen für a walk. Kann ich nicht jeden Tag wacker, meaning mit Liebschaft, as man sagt. 2 Tage was just terrible. But I still need to walk. So I went out for a walk. This is funny because at the end of the walk, feel like good, I released the chemicals. But I'm like happy pissed off, if you know what I'm saying. Silver, $72. Silver float that up. Silver is going down. So, wenn ich vielleicht noch drehen in der zweiten State, ich gehe Arbeit dort. Vielleicht ich mache es sicher, dass jeder auch gewiss, dass Freitag 2:30 bin ich in draußen von der Office. I was like emphasizing that. Penny. Good morning, Penny. How are you? Wir sind on Shabbos. Wir sind on Weekend. How you doing? What's going on? I was thinking about you yesterday, Penny. Die bist rangekommen in meinen Kopf. In der Mäue. How is you? Rent-free, yes. No, in a positive way. Still rent-free, huh? By the way, the concept of rent-free in a cup, I think it's brilliant. It puts it in such a perspective, like, the erste Mal, die heißt das, like it's, you lost you am Leben rent-free in a cup, and you think about it, you're like, you're right, you know? I'm exerting so viel energy. Für was? Verwenden, für wie? Come on, geil. Zusammen ist cute, du. Zusammen ist cute. But all is good, Penny. Wenn ich frage alles gut, frage ich also wie in general, you know. Sie gehen einmal, ich habe getroffen meinen Freund, und ich frage ihm, hey, what's up, how's it going, how are you? Noch 45 minutes dachte ich, damn it, should have just said hi. But hey, ich habe gefragt. Ich frage mich Akasha, die wissen, ich in der Terzi. BH. Somebody lieb zu hören, BH. Somebody lieb zu hören, BH. Wow, das ist gegangen exactly wie ich gewollt. Das hat man rausgenommen. Ist gegangen weiter. There you go. Don't be slow. So, nu für Podcast. Schick an. Let's go. Es kommt eine interessante Woche. Mit den New Year's and all. Come on. Was, ich gehe pinklich wie ich auch gewollt. Damn it. So geht das. Das ist ja nicht kein Game für der Faint. Wir suchen für der Faint of Heart. Es ist Mashu. Something different. YG. Hello and welcome, YG. How you doing? How you doing? HBS Bass, ja. We zijn het net released. Alles geht's. Good Friday morning to you as well. Monday morning. Naftullah Horowitz. Hey, TED Talk. Okay, shikaran. Tamid besimcha. Hello and welcome. Alles geht's, how are you? Wir sind on Shabbos, wir sind on weekend. YG, for you as well. And Tamid besimcha, for D too. The Koli song from Shmuley is fire, yes. It is a great song. Polish Talk retired. Nicht kann easy business. Nicht kann easy game this. BH, how are you? Somebody said BH. I'm doing alright. I'm doing okay. Fire Podcast with Ellie Webb and Hershey Bleich. Okay, met de saus in. Die zoekt ze fire. YG, what's with the melting face? Shabbos was beautiful, long. Nice, yes. I'm glad to hear alles gets fratig. Shabbos is going beautiful. Somebody said. Don't like this week's Shmuley's talk? Laat maar zijn. Is therapy an endless cycle? Mind behind the heart. Dr. Yossi Tversky. Redt Yiddish? Lass mal sehen, wir gehen in der Mitte, lass mal reden, was er so. Ah, ja, redt Yiddish. Doesn't look like a Satmar, kijkt als hij Baba weer. Hershey Bleich changed his whole view on thinking. Listen on Ellie Webber's podcast. Zoekst er gaat an awakening. Man wird achusen und man change the ganze mindset, zoekst du, Check out Yori Lebovich, Va'ani song. Okay. The Struggle released episode 1. Day 1, 12,000. Nochmal können sehen, Yori Lebovich ist Va'ani. Aber es gesehen, dort auf Liam an Timeline. Ein Second. Nochmal sehen, du der Va'ani.
Und jetzt halten wir schon in Parshas Vachi, Pusik sein, zeigt sich mit der most famous Pusik in der ganzen Teure, Va'ani. Jeder weiß, dass Va'ani Pusik tatsch ich, aber du tatsch Va'ani und ich Yankov. Und es kommt nicht mit der Gesugerei, es kommt mit der Nigen, mit der Tanie, was geht schon seit hinderter Jahren. Und ich habe es noch gelernt, als klein Englisch, ich habe es gelernt von einem Lamed, was ich jemand sei, der macht Ari Moschkewitsch, Zechisi und Leini, hat das schon gelernt, vorgelernt damals, vor 60 Jahren von selben Turnier. Und hat es gehört von Zarebe und Geider. Und Zarebe von Zarebe. So du versuchen, es gibt noch von den Marils-Zaten. In dieselbe Turnier rief man auch auf, das ist Chusen Teure, in Simchas Teure. So meile haben wir gehen mit dem Turnier, Bucheren, lass mal lange zurück in the inner child, lass mal lange zurück zum Kind, alle...
Kennen wir, der geht das Schmeichel, wenn sagt inner child.
Das Herren so singst mit uns, brimst mit uns. Und wenn einer hat etwas, eine Sache, was jetzt geht mal Trigger auf Cholile, Bechass, anything, was ist imbatamt, soll ranlegen alle Batamtkeiten jetzt in das Reframen und Healen und unheimlich mit einem müden Geschmack und Wissen.
So ein Tattesweg für Reden.
Also das ist alles nur Leute und alles nur zu gitten.
Ich habe wieder so eine Triggerwarning.
Ich habe es ausgeschreckt, ich habe da weggelegt, Ruchel in einem Begruppen im Mittenweg ist auch wieder ein Teufel, weil der aus den Juden soll man zu nichts kommen zu dem, dass man kennen muss, weil man Mama Ruchel. So lassen wir reingehen alle zusammen. Jeder eine wird zurückgehen, Kitte Gimmel, Kitte Beis, in der Rahmen bringen die ganze Sache, lassen wir bleiben.
Geht. $9,700 views. Wie interessant ist, als ein interessanter Nigen, ja, immer singt es, in jeder einer gedenkt es. So, warum tippt man nicht dieselbe Method auf andere Sachen as well? Welche Memory sie kommt darauf zu mir, ist Inclusivity. Rauf Kinder haben gefühlt inclusive in dem, weil Rauf Kinder haben es gekannt. YG, thank you so much. Thank you so much, YG. Jede Kind hat das gekannt und Rauf Kinder haben gefühlt a part of it. Was sie nicht gerne etwas major zu gedenken, sie nicht gerne so wie mit Sputem, ja. Man ist gekannt im Patch, keine kann ich mit Sputem, mit aller Patch. Aber jeder kennt wir an, weil man hat gesingen. Und man hat a good time. Ich meine, man soll sich lernen von ihm. Good time goes in a long way.
Is Ruchel, mijn mama Ruchel, om mir gestorben. Beirets Kenuan in Land Kanaan. Badeirech auf dem Weg.
Sally.
Auf dem Weg. Beoid Kibras Eile, das ist noch ein Ackerland. Luboja fruso, zikiman auf Efrat. Luboja fruso, zikiman auf Efrat. Bakbere Yusham, ich hab ihn da, Bakrube. Derech Efras, auf dem Weg an Efras. Die weiß Luchem, du siehst Beis Lechem. Weißt du, wenn du meinst, sie gewähnt nach Regenzeit. Es ist gewähnt, Atriken und Zahn. Die ist gewähnt, gelächert wie ein Simp.
Lächert wie ein Simp. Sorry, Penny. No way, it's a live music.
Den Herzen auf Medias, da Riebes und alles auf Nien. Zugerte, ich hab alles getan, auf Piadibbe. Offenbar fehlt an mein Biste. Weil wenn
nice. Game I like.
Stein für die Keime, im Weinen, in Beten zum Heiligen Barschefe. Soll sich der Baden auf viele Kinder. Also wie ein Pusik Stein, also wie ein Pusik Stein. noch vier Kinder, bei betrefft die Dämpfere. Bin ich euch die Bechi, komm mal dann kauf in Weine. Al jeste Chale Belusai, es wird kommen an Tag, Veshovi Mune. Deine Kinder lernen wir uns echt zurückkehren, lieg wie lang kann jetzt die Suaie.
Brooklyn.
Shovi Mune. Die Kinder lernen wir uns echt zurückkehren, lieg wie lang kann jetzt die Suaie. So soll sein, so soll sein, so soll sein,
Sehen wir den Herzlich. The trombone guy. Wow. Beautiful.
Nee. Du musst gewartet, aber ja, die ist so.
Du kent eraan, Jolie de Jokid. Kijk.
Nee. Du musst gewartet, aber ja, die ist so.
Darf man das nochmal loshören. One of a kind. Beide haben sie gegeben mal like. Was sie sagen.
Pusik sein. Zeigt sich mit der most famous Pusik in der ganzen...
Just wanna say, wie jeder einer kennt, jeder einer is falling in love with it. Was ist interessant, sie süß, sie Geschmack, man gedenkt es. So man darf es mehr inkorporieren. Whatever man getan bei Vaani, darf man inkorporieren. Und was man getan bei Mischbuten, weil keiner gedenkt nicht gar nicht, soll man nicht inkorporieren.
Ganze teure Vaani. Jeder weiß, dass Vaani pusht das ich, aber du tatschst Vaani und ich Jankov. Und sie kommt nicht mit der Gesugerei, sie kommt mit der Nigen, mit der Tanie, was geht schon noch hinderter Jahren. Und ich habe es noch gelernt, als klein Englisch, ich habe es gelernt von einem Lamed, und sie gehen mal an Seite, der macht Ari Moschkewitsch, sie schießt hier allein hin. Er hat das schon gelernt, vorgelernt damals, vor 60 Jahren von selben Tanie. Und er hat es gehört von Zarebe in Geider. Und Zarebe von Zarebe. So du versuchen, es gibt noch von der Maril-Zeiten.
Wie viel Jahre zurück
in diese selbe Tanie rief man auch auf, das Chusen Teure in Simchas Teure. Sie meinen, wir gehen mit dem Turnierbuchern, lassen wir lange zurück in the inner child, lassen wir lange zurück zum Kind, alle bis hier so singt mit uns, brimmt mit uns. Und wenn einer hat etwas, sagt, was jetzt, geht mal Trigger auf Cholile, Bechass, anything, was ist imbatant, soll anlegen alle Betantkeiten jetzt in das Reframen und Healen, und unheimlich mit einem müden Geschmack und Wissen, aber das ist alles nur Letoive und alles nur zu gitten. Weil viele Janke, wie wenig getan haben, dass es ausgeschreckt ist, der weggelegt Ruchel in einem Begrub im Mittenweg, ist auch wie eine Teuve, weil der Ruchel der Juden So man nicht kommen zu dem, dass man kennen uns Pause, Mama Ruchel. So lassen wir reingehen alle zusammen. Jeder eine wird zurückgehen, Kitte Gimmel, Kitte Beiß, in der Rahmen bringen die ganze Sache, lassen wir noch bleiben. Ist Ruchel, mein Mama Ruchel, um mir gestorben. Mama Ruchel, Beretz Kenuan in Land, Kanaan. Baderech auf dem Weg. Beoid Kibras Eile, das ist noch gemein an Ackerland. Luboja fruso, zikiman afebra. Luboja fruso, bakbere yusham, nichavidam, bagrube.
Ich fühle, wenn ich wohl gewesen ein Rebbe, wollte ich es jetzt gewissen das. Ich wollte gesagt, dass I'm being replaced. Ich meine, Rebbe in Chayder. Wollte ich das gewissen von den Kindern.
Mit der Hefras auf dem Weg an Efrat. Ich weiß Luchem, du siehst Beis Lechem. Nein. Bioid Kibras Eire, es ist gewähn abtrickene Zahl, die jedes gewähn gelächert wie a Sim.
Wie a Sim. Trumpet. Trombone. Nicht Trombone.
Ist die doch adios, den Herzen auf Medios, da Riebes und alles auf Nid. Sogar ich hab alles getan, auf Piadibe, offenbar fehlt von mir bestimmt. Weil wenn ist weinen in Beten zum Heiligen Barschefe. Soll sich der Barmen auf viele Kinder. Also wie ein Pusik steigt, also wie ein Pusik steigt.
Einer hat den Nicken, der Kolbe nochmal Nicken. Wer singt den Nicken?
Mama, du vorbei, auf ihre Kinder, beide werden die Rampere.
koi like di bechi Pamadan kof in feine Al yesh se chale bilu sai Svet kimen atzah Veshovi mune Deine Kinderlein werden sich zurückkehren Lig wie lang kann jetzt Yisrael Shovi mune Die Kinderlein werden sich zurückkehren Lig wie lang kann jetzt Yisrael So soll sein, so soll sein, so soll sein, die Gehirne, Moschiach, 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 so soll gehen, so soll sein, so soll sein, so soll sein, die Gehirne, Moschiach, 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 so soll gehen. So soll sein, so soll sein, so soll sein, die Gehirne, Moschiach, 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 so soll gehen. Oi, so soll sein, so soll sein, so soll sein, die Gehirne, Moschiach, 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 so soll gehen. So soll sein, die Gehirne, so soll sein, die Gehirne, so soll sein, die Gehirne, Moschiach, Moschiach.
Bada, 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 ba. Bada, 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 bada. By the way, when I changed Haken auf den Tisch, gehen zu der Hand, ist es a natural Sach. Es ist geschehnt. Auf a Akte.
Der Pussy warte, war ja, die Yisrael. Na ganz,
Sehr schön, not gonna lie. Very nice, Rabbi Yoel. Sent you a few versions. So do a few versions in them. Was kann schon sagen, a few versions? Ah, okay. Das ist eine Version, dann sehen die andere.
Wenn man Nasha Hamelech hat herangebringt, hat Tumen im Ugott, Rachmun Letzlan, im heiligen Kotschakudischen, ist der heilige Bashefer geworden gefährlich aufgeregt auf sein Volk Yisroel.
Ui, ja.
Hij tuchen, a fremder wo de Sure, Elohim Achayrim, in mein heilig Haus. Gewollt vertraben, die Jiden von Yisroel, sich eine Gules.
Damn.
Sind bald gekommen zu laufen, der heilige Overs wie Emuas, sich zu beten beim Bashefer, mit Tränen, mit Achninem. Als der Bashefer soll sein, war der Meuchel sein. So hat Begunisch geholfen.
Ah, nee, man weckt sich auf.
Plötzlich ist reingekommen, der Mama Ruchel, und nun gefangen zu weinen und sich beten. Der Beudische Leulam, wemens Rachmunes ist stärker? Rachmechu, da Rachmunes, oder der Rachmunes für mir.
Ah, okay.
Ich habe eine Woche angelost auf Fremde, aber der Tutsi, ich habe noch übergegeben, meine Simone. Will ich dich stark beten? Ruchel, ich bin da.
them. Okay, done with day version, nummer hin day version. Day version.
Wenn Menashe Hamelech hat herangebringt.
Kann ich lieb dir reden?
Sie war wir zog ich nur Fremden dazu. Nein, ich mit dem Staan sich ist.
Listen to Yiddish and Nachas. Zelle, you were talking about Len and Zazan Sweet. Marash Yeshiva used to say, that his father or grandfather, maybe his uncle gerade, used to throw candies behind him wenn man gelernt. Like, throw like little candies. Also so sweet. Wow, the Yoeli Lebovich. What a... Interesting. Thank you, whoever hat das... Ich denke, ich weiß, hat das geschickt. I'm sorry. I don't remember. But thank you for das schicken. Wie geht man von das? Wie geht man von jetzt? You know what I mean? Wie geht man von jetzt? The Struggle podcast is picking up. Meine darf aber changen sein setup. The Struggle. Oh, es ist gechanged, The Struggle. So wir gegangen von The Struggle podcast. What is the Hasidic Intimacy course? Okay, of course, guys, there's open views. Like, jeder will hören, was heißt der Hasidische... Weil die können sehen, eins Vater, dem hat 707 Views. I give away 23,000 daily. Keine 700 Views. Likes du auf Hasidic Intimacy course? 14,000 Views. Everybody's like, I gotta give a listen to that. Ah, he went to London. He was in English. Hasidic with an H. Hasidic. Nicht Hasidic. Intimacy with an A. Lass mal das so sehen. Lass mal sehen, wo der Hasidische Intimacy Guy hat sich verkaufen.
I always say...
For some reason, ich kenne ihn. Meaning, zum Beispiel gesehen, ein Podcast von ihm or something. And by the way, wie heißt der? Mandy hat rausgegeben ein Podcast yesterday with Mandy, which is, I feel like is interesting as well. I must take a like do of the raster. Hold on. I think it's the first one that I would want to watch from Mandy.
Intimacy is something that happens in the kitchen.
With Shulam Bayis,
Yes.
with peace in the home.
Okay.
He creates harmony, he creates connection, he tries to make people understand each other.
He was Friedman already in Yiddish on Lons Chevre. Ah, okay. Von dort kennen wir in some.
In the home. Rabbi Friedman is
Ja,
the
kijk wie er darf sitzen.
founder of Simchas Habayis. That's how he calls his organization, Simchas Habayis.
Jolich gave out a Obachobi update. By the way, ich habe gesehen, als, wie heißt der, Ellie Weber gemacht eine Ad für einem in Florida. In der Weg, wie gemacht eine Ad, the creativity was great. Kommt darauf sagen, weiß nicht, was sich in Obachobi mit allen Sachen, aber in Nord-Miami Beach kann man gehörig, es ist Community, man kann anrufen. Sie gehen für eine Realtor, ich kenne den Realtor. Ich denke, wenn er gewohnt in Muncie, meaning do local in Rockland. And it was a good ad. So man, wie heißt die? Ellie. Good ad.
That can.
Correct.
Okay, excellent. This organization helps countless couples rebuild that trust.
All right.
Your work as a marriage
1.25.
counselor
All right.
reminds people that marriage is not a war. It's not a milchuma. It is a...
Kijk wie er darf sitzen. 3 aus der Benkel. Einer darf ihm schicken a message. But he's getting views. He can get way more views.
It is a journey of growth.
And I'm doing this for more than 6-7 years. That people are coming and coming. And this is now I
Intimacy, people are coming and coming. Das ist eine ganz gute ad, you know.
have almost every day like 3 or 4 couples from around the world.
Wow. I know that what you did is something revolutionary in the community, and this is something that you need to get a lot of credit for, because you talk to people and you see the problem and you're not shoving it under the rug. And what you did is you're having a course on intimacy.
Right.
You're teaching couples, you're teaching singles, you're teaching everybody about this problem. You're not shoving it under the rug. Now, these courses are in Yiddish?
Yes, this goes in Yiddish, and it's so important that they have had an offer now. Somebody that for free wants to make subtitles
in English, because people want to listen to it.
Right. Okay, maybe one day.
So let's first understand.
Yes.
Since you're in this industry, Teuredig. Give us a Teuredig as a rabbi. What is intimacy according to the Torah?
So intimacy has two parts. One part is physical, the other part is emotional. The physical part of intimacy is something that we can't just talk about in the public.
Right.
And not only we can't talk about in the public, it's not even something you should talk about in the public, because you can't give directions about that. It's something that has to happen naturally. And if somebody's going to go and do something because Rabbi Friedman told him to do that, it's not intimacy.
It's not.
Okay, I get what he's saying. Es ist mehr eine innerliche Sache. Man darf lassen de innerlich es ausgeben. But the problem is, als du sagst Menschen, wo es de innerliche geworden ziggeriert als Kind. Sie geworden corrupted. You know what I'm saying? So, sag mal, darf man ja reden. Nicht in public, though. Nicht in public. I get
it's not intimacy. It's not something, you can't follow a recipe. But
how much place is under the rug? Well, if you ask a Persian, he'll give you a new, bigger rug.
And intimacy, physical intimacy, can't happen before emotional intimacy. So my courses, which is 3 classes, where it's me, and then I have this interview with Professor Ribner, which I ask him the 5 most important questions. And by the way, I have a tremendous success. I have more than 750 couples signed up and paid for it. It's a new number.
Yeah,
it's a new number. It's a new number. Ask him the 5 most important questions. And by the way, I have a tremendous success. I have more than 750 couples signed up and paid for it. It's a new number.
Yeah.
It's a new number.
Oh, what an edit.
It's a new number in town. 750. It was couples, not singles.
Wow.
750 couples sit down together, most of them together with the spouse, and watch it together without pointing fingers. I ask them, don't point fingers now. Who's like,
Who's pointing fingers? Jeder eine point fingers in Kopf. Nächten aber gehört, als sie gehen bei einem Marriage Council in Monroe, you gefuhren Makas. Man gedacht, riefen die Police. Hat sich gut getan. And that was a funny Sache by the Marriage Council.
I was talking about you. Yeah. Okay, let's go back.
Marriage therapist or whatever.
Where people are really struggling, where I think people are struggling is, there's no education about it. Okay? You're not talking about it. Figure it out yourself. Okay?
Ooh, yes. Agreed.
Now there's the Chusam teachers and the Kala teachers, which are controlled. Most of them are controlled what to say, what not to say, which I understand that.
Yeah.
You can't...
Wenn sucht, he understands that, sucht versteht, wo sei willen is control, but he doesn't agree with it.
Like most of them are from the Kehillas, got to be some control here, right?
No, but die lijkste gaan in zijn schier, zoekst ja. But really no. Wo soll sein control? Ob de Teure is, wo es me darf, is the guideline. Der Mensch, wem die, wie heißt das, highest for the Husten teacher or the color teacher, right? Als zij zijn een kusher, zij kunnen lernen, ze hebben jiddische mind, wie ze me zoekt. Leave it up to them. Hoe dat zij control.
But every new thing has side effects. The whole idea of teachers is 85 years old. When I got married, I don't know about you, when I got married...
There was only aluchas they were talking about.
When I got married, it was nothing, okay? But now, like I said before, everybody thinks that, okay, I can well prepared. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
And they have no idea what emotional connection is, what a deep conversation is, what intimacy is all about.
Van wo? Ze hebben niet gezien bij zijn parents.
But talking about emotional intimacy, we're not talking about physical intimacy.
It's very profound what you're saying, because like you said before, it starts in the kitchen, it doesn't start in the bedroom.
Right.
You can sometimes hear women or men complaining, I'm not a sink.
Yes.
I'm not opening up and closing up when you want.
Right.
It has to do with you got to be creative and sensitive and understand what makes this happen.
Yes.
This is not something that you can read this in a book.
And here is where it comes to play the difference in gender.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes to intimacy, male and female, it's a different language from male and female.
Right.
Now
the male reacts to physical and the female rather emotional. How does that work?
A female is a more emotional creature. In the whole schedule. So for a female, it's about. It's a whole thing.
You know, they have emotions.
being with someone that she's emotionally attached.
Right.
She's emotionally attached.
So if there's no emotional
And there's no
attachment,
emotional,
what are you asking
it's
for?
like abusing. Like, what are you doing here?
Wow.
And for the male, it's about getting him.
Aber der Weg, wie sie sucht ist, wieso kann man machen damals, also wie Marriage bei einem Show, im Suchen das Chassana. Wie weiß ja, sie ist mentally, physically, nicht physically, emotionally attached. So, das hat ein bisschen the narrative.
His desires, his fantasies.
Right.
So he's talking about one thing.
Female reacts to men doing dishes. Yeah, nice.
When she's talking about the other thing.
Two different languages.
And if the whole conversation is pick up the cleaners, and because they're talking 20 minutes about.
But, wie sollen sie wissen anders? So haben wir es nicht gesehen in daheim, wir lernen es nicht aus.
Picking up the cleaners now.
Für 10 Schuh-Kurs, weißt du, 10 Schuh, 2 Schuh-Kurs, fahr dir aus Chassana, helft dir gar nicht. Just saying.
We have a good conversation. We're communicating well.
Yeah.
But there's no emotional whatever.
Connection.
Now you're gonna add, I want to add something very important.
There's no emotional whatever. Add in, fill in word.
What was 50 years ago? 60 years ago? What, like there was
Schockelt zijn vies wie Rebbe, weil der Rebbe schockelen sich so die Fies. Also nicht nervöse Schockel, just as a the ganze chair
there was no education, there was no anything. Why was it done different? You ever talk about it?
Yeah.
How there was no romance then?
Right.
Was only in the books?
Na, es ist kein Romance. Meaning, compared sie Hand? Nein. Man nicht gewiss.
It was. Why? Because we used to live in survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
Keiner hat sich geholt zu getten. Es ist keine Sache von getten. Was gehen bei 6 Meidlich. Wir sind gekommen von der War. Meaning, sie vielleicht sagen, kann man sagen, man vielleicht hier nach Baba schreien, I should have married Reeve, your friend. That's it. Das ist der einzigste Mensch, der das gekannt nach dem Marriage. Gits dann, man, ich gehe nach einer. There was no Wählung, sind es gar nicht.
Like the husband and wife both work most of the time.
Right.
We were happy to end the week with having something on the table. Now, the surviving mode connects them. We are together in this surviving. It's something that connects, it's an emotional thing. Surviving is an emotional feeling. And this is what connects them.
Right.
Make them feel close. Now we're doing it together. This is also gone. There's no survival. So what is the emotional connection between them?
Instagram.
Smiling? Doesn't work like that. Now, in the beginning of the marriage, when everything is like hardy-flary, it's flying.
Hardy-flary?
It's not real. It's exciting. The excitement,
Adrenaline.
to the whole new venture, this is what makes them. But once everything falls into place and things
Real
are
life
changing,
kicks in.
and now it's getting reality.
That's right.
So a lot of people are struggling. It's something that is on the to-do list.
Yeah.
Once, twice.
Yeah.
That's not once, twice. What is the idea that they call it in English fall in love?
Yeah.
Why they don't call it do love? Right. Because love is something that if you do what you have to do before, then you fall into that. It's not something you do it on purpose.
Right.
It's falling in.
If you do the right thing, you will fall in love.
Right.
Because a lot of times you hear young people complaining that I don't know where they're taking these ideas from, or maybe from looking, and maybe from reading, and so they come home and the innocent spouse doesn't even know what you're talking about.
Right.
I mean, what do you want from me? It's because you just saw something over.
Dit is ook het funny Zach. Als du Menschen was willen trying neue Sachen, right? They wanna explore, but then other half kommt von mehr a frimmere family, und es ist automatically nein, weil sie fühlt nicht. Okay. In wem geht sie fragen? Oder geht fragen, sein Tata? Ihr Mama? Tata, Mama haben keine Ahnung von den Sachen, verstehst? So, sie wird das, sag mal, als wie geht sich expressen, you know? Is chalk and darf a chalkboard. Dat is sie will a blackboard. How is that going to...
Right.
But what you're saying is something very important, because if there is an emotional connection, it doesn't even come to this. Because if a person has this issue, is because you're here for yourself. You want this as a transaction,
right?
And that doesn't work with the other spouse. Is that correct?
Oh, you're correct. You're more than correct. And this is where a lot of men are struggling with, because, like Shlomo Melech said, "Ma'am leaving you Turkey."
Turkey, right?
Meaning, translated in English, "Ma'am leaving you Turkey" is
stolen waters is sweet.
Stolen water is sweet. So, fantasy is not reality.
Right.
If you have a fantasy in your head, or because
for whatever reason,
I don't want to mention it on in public.
Verwus macht man weg Fantasy? Verwus sucht you have a fantasy? Menschen haben Fantasies. Menschen haben different ideas wie die. Why is it such a also wie hast aus Fantasy. So, in a safe environment, verwus das denn nicht kennen Picuren? Oder whatever es heißt. Dann Fantasy. Imagine if someone gets too successful in the Hasidische Welt. How long before the big Kalkoides? Well, sie sollen sich müssen aufwecken, so wie der Magaitzi, the Spa, right? Wenn Spa 42 hat geöffnet, mit der anderen Merchatz und Manns jetzt geöffnet, a pura Bunum sind sich zusammengekommen, aber miese sie machen. But then they face the reality and be like, ja, kannst du das sie machen, aber die haben kein Water, keine Schwitz. Sie gehen ganz andere Schwitzen, wie die hat Zero Control. So man hat auch gebringt die Owners und mal gesucht. Let's try to keep it safe, lass mal ricken den Preis, lass mal nicht heranlassen underage, They were trying to work with it. So hopefully, ein Team mit dem, dieselbe Sache. Mit sehen sie sich getten, mit sehen sie sich lifeless people. Und man sagen, you know what, how about me encouraged, me bringt them auf, me back them.
I don't want to give ideas, but I have it daily. I have daily people coming to me. It's got so like in the, how you call it, as normal that I'm already, most of my clients, I look them in the eyes and I'm going to ask them straightforward, like, tell me, where are you up to with this stuff? Yeah. Because if there is some fantasy in his head, this is a competition with his wife. So there's no way she can meet this.
Of course, and then it affects the entire it affects everything.
If that's gone, the marriage is gone.
And he's upset that she doesn't work with him.
He doesn't know what's going on. But the real thing is that we have to. What is the solution? We have to start young enough and alien enough to build a real emotional connection.
That's what it is.
And this is why I made this course.
This is this course.
And this is what I made the course. Just because of that, because I saw from the other side, this is what my walls really listen to. I'm happy they can't talk.
Yeah.
And it's naim the koisel, but not there's no mouth.
Right.
What they listen to, and if they will listen to all the secrets that the walls are listening there, things will happen. Things will go differently.
Unbelievable stuff, and this is something great that you're doing. Something very, very important that helps. Now, do you find that a lot of couples, the feedback after this is
let me tell you one feedback that I have. Every couple that watched it, I sent an email, a code they can listen again, and I'm able to see exactly how many couples went back. Okay, now we have 720 something couples watched, and close to 500 reviewed it again online. It's 80%.
Wow.
After watching it live, they're going and review it again and again and again. There's a reason for that.
80% customers.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
And you know how much I paid for marketing? Zero.
All on your status?
All on my status. Wow. $0. Wow. Why? Well, I built some trust there. There's about 8, 9, 10 months watching my stuff. I built it. Right. And then a day after this course, I was so excited about the results that I went on status and I make a whole lecture about, look, I didn't spend $1. I was consistent. I came every now and then with good stuff. This is how marriage works. Come home every day. Consistent with your smile, with your devotion. Both of you. It's not happening in a second. Nature is nature. Wow. Don't push love. Don't push trust. It's going to happen automatically. Just be consistent. Do what you have to do. It will happen.
Wow.
That's off. He means business.
Oh. What did you do before you did marriage counseling?
So I was a teacher. I was a manal, a principal. I gave out one of the most famous books in Yiddish, which is still being it's the bestseller. It's called Kvot Shabbos. It's 5 volumes. It's on a Torah, and it's in Yiddish. It's special.
Oh, he's back now on his. Oh, you gave him a compliment. Okay.
Made that for the working tata, for the working father.
Yeah.
That it comes to Shabbos, make sure that you have a nice Shabbos table. So it takes
time and time and time and time and time again to werden besser, So kleine pitsy shinnies, kleine pitsy differences.
All, you can say drish, you can say stories, everything is there.
So as a manal,
one size fits all.
Yeah. So as a manal, and you always were into relationships, and you always education. You always understood the part, the chinuch part, right. And you always had an eye to these things. So before we start, we want to get into this. We know it says Al Kain Yazev Ish Esuvi Vesimoy Beduvak Beishtar, right? That means that marriage, a person has to get married, leave his family, and move on. Describe what is marriage.
Lodus has ook do that you need to get married and move on. Tip man can get a job, waar me prepared nicht gevra, zich gassen oben, in going on their own. Davon zijn needy a ganze Zeit zurück to the parents, is nicht kan get a mahalach. Oib des was has ook das true.
Marriage is something that you have to understand that you will live with someone that it does the opposite of you. This is what says in the Torah. The Torah says, not only Yadav, the Torah said, what is just the definition of this line? You can't be alone. Don't be by yourself. Don't be selfish. I'm going to make sure that you can't be selfish. You can't live with your own ego. You can't live with your own who we are. You're going to have somebody that comes from you, which Chava actually comes from Udam Addition, but still, I'm going to create him. She will think different than you, enjoy different things than you are enjoying, and you got to live with this. And this is a daily, hourly struggle.
Yeah.
If you don't know, like, what is the difference between a male
He stops the podcast, do just imagine. And be like, oh, so van dem hebben we gaan?
and a female?
Mashiach will be here this year. Nice. We agree, Sally.
You try to figure it out yourself, and you can't, and you're not successful at this. You can't have a successful marriage. The success of a marriage in one line is the more you understand that you don't understand, then you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. So that's why Shalom Bayis is such a big struggle.
Right. It's one of the major things.
The major things is because you have to work against your grain. Going in, you have to know that you're going in has zero to do with you, with your expectations, what you know. It is a complete different thing. And the problem is that people go in saying, I give, you give, we both give. There is a back and forth, a 50-50.
It's an exchange business.
Right, a transaction.
Yeah. This is one of the most like. Let me tell you what the problem is really in these days. I like to say, Hashem created the world about 5,000 in Istufshian Pi Zion now, so it's about 5,787 years. Okay, now the first 5,500 approximately years, there was one way of living before the machinery came out. And then the machinery came in, which changed the world. Forget about now the technology, but even before that, right? So let's go back to the first 5,000 to 500 years that Hashem created the world. And Hashem says, that this is ketoif. This is the perfect way everything shall work as it should work. Now imagine, what was the Seder Hayom, the daily schedule from a husband to wife back then? The husband went to work, went to the field. What was a rich man then? A good field, idiots, the boy is. This was the whole idea. Yeah. The whole day, the wife has no idea where he is. Like kind of, there's no text, there's no connection. She went to she wants to wash the clothes from the husband by the lake, and like cried a little bit that her husband has a successful day, and this was all about. Now, the day went by. Now she's starting to get a little bit dark. She's scared. She's alone. And the whole city, shtetl, wherever it is, who knows? There's bad people, good people. Like, where's my husband? He's not here, and it's getting darker and darker. So where is he? Finally, she sees something like something is coming. Oh, it sounds like my husband. Okay.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say the tier gets effing off. And be like,
honey, I'm home.
But yeah, all right.
My husband, my protector, my savior, he's coming. Oh, he's getting closer. Now we're going in. Oh, now I'm safe. He's like the lock. He's like my savior, my protector. Now she is all in, like, so excited about him that whatever happens in the house after that, next to the fire, people think that the fire making the Romans, so they put him the fireplace. Like kind of the fireplace is this is what makes that's a mistake. The whole idea, the whole lifestyle. So this is this is how Hashem created the world. Now fast forward, it's a new world out there.
Yeah,
it's a lot of women are going to work. Women in the workforce.
Do you imagine Demmels? Be like, honey, where are you? Honey, I'm plowing the field. 2 minutes later, honey, where are you? Still plowing the field. 5 hours later, still plowing the field. 3 hours, 8 hours later, I hung myself.
It's missing a lot of this original feeling how Hashem created the world.
Mm-hmm. Being funny.
Technology changed that.
Technology is crazy change.
Yeah.
Why? Let me give you one line, which is a major line in my work. In order to connect with your spouse, you have to disconnect from the world. It doesn't go together. When you sit together with your spouse and you have a nice conversation, you want to have a deep emotional conversation, an intimate conversation. Yeah. The only way this can happen is if you disconnect from the world and you connect with your spouse. Now, even for 50 years ago, it was much easier to disconnect from the world in order to connect with your wife. But now, it's so like it's such a struggle to disconnect. And people don't realize you can't do both at once. You can't not disconnect from.
Zoekt ze dat struggle. Weißt du, na play, wenn man zoekt de nummer van de play klatscht jeder. So, ik zoek de woord struggle, so. Joking.
The world.
Being funny.
And try to connect with your spouse.
Yeah.
People on dates with night
It's
with
true.
their
It's
phone.
very true what you're saying. Now, when two people grow up in different houses,
right?
And they
So handige Menschen, including myself, darfen de Neurons, a ganze Zeit, der Dopamin, a ganze Zeit, und als der zweite Kinder nicht machen, der Dopamin exploden wie Fireworks, geist darauf auf der Maschine, wo es wo es ist designed, heißt am Phone, wo es ist designed, die a ganze Zeit zu machen, wow. So
come together and these couples come into you and they talk to you, do you find it's because they experienced a whole different life.
Right.
So they saw this is normal and they saw that is normal. Now, do you see that the expectations what people have from the other is what the problem is? Is your advice to leave all your expectations out the door and start fresh, or the wife should get used to the new?
No, you can't do that. You can write it in a book that you should do that, but you know that subconsciously, which is much more than conscious. Subconsciously, everybody, if you like, I always say marriage is chapter number 2 in your life, right? There's a chapter 1. So what is chapter 1? Mm-hmm. Chapter 1 is the first 20 years
that you grow up.
You're never going to go into a bookstore and say, you know what, can I buy chapter 2? You're not going to buy chapter 2 without chapter 1, because chapter 2 without chapter 1 is not a set. Same thing as a life. Chapter 1 is automatically there. You can't pick it. It's part of your life. But how? Like so the Torah says al kain yazuf ish es uvav, which means like
he has to leave it behind.
Leave it behind. Not only leave the house, leave everything. Like let marriage life as chapter 1, but it's still not chapter 1. Subconsciously, chapter 1 is always there. It's always in the back of your mind. So how do you do that? So we have everything is in Chazal. We have a line in Chazal that says, "Ahava mekalkeles es ashira." When there is love, this takes over everything. Now, once there is a real deep emotional connection between husband and wife, the Mishnah teaches us, "Ahava mekalkeles es ashira," means the normal way is that you should stick to your subconscious, and like you should not want to leave anything that you take with your parents. We're not talking about Yiddish now. We're talking about habits, natures, and recipes, whatever it is, right? Technical stuff, but even emotional stuff, mental stuff. But when there is a have,
Sally, what do you mean? We also never hear from the wife.
Connection.
It would be interesting to hear.
Like everything falls in place. Now the question arises: how do you make a have?
How did you come to?
How do you come to have? Okay, this is something we can discuss.
Let's say in the Hasidic environment,
right?
And also in the other environment, we should discuss it about dating versus a bisho. It's called you said a few times.
As ook voor de Chuset bisho, like the Chuset in wissen.
And you talk. I mean, there's a lot of information going on and all this stuff. So these are two strangers. They're coming together, and we want to get to what you just said. We want to get to ahava. We want to get to ahava mekakeles ashira.
Right.
What builds that from the beginning for a young couple, so they can get to that level that you just did?
Eins will ich sagen, was ich tracht jetzt. Als ob a Tata Mama, was eine Seier geht, in sein meinen der Gits von der Kind, in so gemacht Information, so gefragt Information, in halten so geht, hat der Sohn oder der Tochter liegen the trust in der Tata, liegen the trust in der Mama, als sein meinen geht, in this is a geht der stepping stone unzukommen, aber geht arbeiten darauf. Stamm forcen ein Kind oder sagen, oh, das ist es, is not a good is not a good platform.
Describe, because when the love is there, everything falls into place.
Right.
It's till you get there.
Right. So first of all, what is love?
Yes.
We have a wrong, sometimes some people have a wrong definition of love. When you talk about...
And this is what Yankee T sagt. Anyone thinking Chazal is scary, it's not relevant. Look how this type of people taking out from it. What? Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
When you talk about love,
agreed, Yankee,
or anything related to this, they think about one thing that I don't want to mention here.
Yeah, but that's not
which
love.
Is wrong.
Yeah, but that's
not love. It's not love. This is it's maybe an outcome of love.
Right.
But that's not what love.
Right.
Love is when you have a conversation with someone and you're ready to share something, secrets about your life, struggles in your life, ups and downs in your life, that you're never comfortable to share it with someone else, even your closest friends. Because but just because you are my spouse, you are like, we are together in this game, right? Let's do it together.
It's beautiful what you're saying, but how does a person have that trust? Because two strangers come in together and they said, you know what, I want to share, but you don't have that trust yet.
No.
How does one person show the other that this is safe? What you're going to share, I'm going to respect that.
Right.
And I'm not going to shame you for that. I'm not going to laugh at that.
Right.
This is my inner. I understand if someone is there and he wants to do it, but how do you get both people to be on the same page?
Beautiful question. The answer is we all are, after we're getting married, we have a stage which is just like this, like just Shiva Bruchas. It's just like both are flying still. You know, they didn't land yet, right? But after they're landing, everybody's landing at a different time. Automatically, the brain. This is what the brain is going to do for you. The brain will check, like, can I open myself up, like, with small things?
Yeah,
like I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. It's like I want to share with you something. I want to show you I want to throw you show you a sign. This is what I am all about. Waiting to see the response. Am I going to get judged?
Right.
Or am I going to be understood?
Yeah.
Like, where is this little conversation going to go? Is the conversation going to go well? Yes, I'm here for you. I understand you. Even you don't agree with that stuff, but at least we can talk about it. I'm open to talk about it. And the more you open yourself up each other, the more you trust each other and the more you love each other. It's interesting in this, how many companies are making cards. You can buy cards to help you have a conversation, have an open conversation. Yeah. They call it icebreakers.
Right.
In the Yiddish world, it doesn't exist now.
I think in dating, they have these cards on dates when the two are sitting together. Sometimes they pull it out to make a conversation. I'm just saying.
Yes,
English is a third language.
The other day, I think it was this week, I posted on my status, which is, my status, I had about 10,000 followers. And I'm not like, there's no advertisements there. It's only about marriage and relationship.
Yeah.
And you can see the response of people. People are not responding so fast. If people are responding, that was a good message. Right. And I was responding about when was the last time you just sit down with your spouse next to each other, even in the 2 special weeks, as I call it. But nothing is going to happen. We're here to talk just because we are husband and wife. We want to have a good conversation. Right. So when was the last time that you have a conversation, not about technical stuff, not about things that you have, like you have to pick up this and do this with the kid? No. About yourself, about yourself, your goals, your success, your downfalls, your everything about your life. You know how connecting this is. Again, disconnect from the world and connecting to each other just by having these conversations for 20 minutes, 25 minutes without phones,
right,
without any interruption. This is what's connecting two people, and what happens after that, whatever, it's something that is naturally. Yeah. Not the other way around. I always say intimacy is something that happens in the kitchen
Saturday last night,
not in the other rooms.
Correct. So what you're saying is that a person should give a chance for the other person to open up. You give him a little test.
Sally, did he love it?
You try to share a little bit about your life, and you test the waters. If you see if that person is responding the way you want to respond, the way you like it, the way you like it.
Interesting. Want to listen to each other.
Then automatically that other person naturally would also open up, and then it builds and builds, and it comes to a Hava. It comes to a Hava.
The most important thing is to remember, as we started, male and female have a different language. And you gotta talk the other gender's language. I want to share with you an interesting story that happens in my office. I was giving a short lecture on status before Yom Tov Pesach, and I explained for the audience, whoever it is, that when you give a compliment for your wife after cleaning before Pesach, it's not the same thing as giving a compliment for the Gabba and Besmedish. Now, but the Gabba and Besmedish, if you go like this to him, wow, you're doing wonderful. Look at the show. You're a mensch. Yeah. You're a giver. Yeah. Now imagine you come home after a full day being at work, and your wife is telling you, Ari, today I did the Pesach, I did the dining room. It took me 5 hours, and you want to be a nice husband. You go like this, wow, job well done. And she's like, that's not a compliment. Rather, find a detail, because a woman's language is about details. Find a detail. This piece there, like how you did it. So I gave this short lecture, and I posted my status. And there was a younger man sitting in the car before Pesach, and he was listening to this. And he found out, wow, he's married for 22 years. Now, he never ever knew that there's even a difference in language or in thinking between a male and a female. But he's a
Just imagine 22 years and not knowing.
good guy. He went up to his wife, and sure enough, the wife told him, wow, before Pesach, you know what I did today? The kitchen. And he remembered the lecture. So, wow, the kitchen today? Wow, how about the stove? Like, underneath the stove, got to be a lot of garbage there. Wow, it got to be. And she was like going like steering on her, like, are you drunk or something is going on with you?
Believe it.
She wasn't. And then, did he listen to somebody now? Who's involved here? And he was like, no, that's me. That's naturally me. Don't like, she's a smart woman. But I met this guy, Pesach, in shul. And he told me, you saved my yontif. I started a new life. This is how sometimes, with a little guidance, with a lecture of 5 minutes, you can sometimes change some.
Here's einmal ein Wort, here's einmal a thought, an idea, and he likes to sit on, can change your life.
One's life. Yeah. And that's what motivates me.
Let me ask you a question. Sometimes you see couples who are jealous on each other, which means that the wife is jealous at her husband. Instead of them to be to become one, there's some sort of competition.
Sally, I like how you put in the comma over there.
Between the two of them. And he wants to...
I'm fluent in low language. We got to stop making fun.
Grow. He has to grow in his own level. Let's say, if he likes certain things, if he likes to give a shear, or if she'll pull him down. Or it's the other way around. Where's that toxicity that instead we are doing this together, we have children together.
Wir sagen, als sich eine Sache ausgelernt, der Hebreman, the struggle guy. Much better. Much, much better.
All of a sudden, you're a competition for each other.
Compliments.
It's not so often, I would say. I would say if this is happening, the core of the problem, we always have to go to the core. Yeah. The core of the problem is that she is not getting appreciated for her stuff. And he is not getting respecting for what he is doing. If she is taking care or he is taking care, and this is not the easy task. It's not an easy task. It's something daily, but it's not a major thing. Like you can do it like I give you like an idea, okay? That a lot of men are struggling with that. When a man comes home after a full day of working, and the wife, the first thing is hello, hi, but then she started like to upload everything she has, and he's kind of like a lot of, and I have a lot of men call me about that. Like I just came home, like give me a few minutes, and she's just like, okay, you came home. That's like we are together, right? Yeah. We are together. But wait 50 minutes. Let me. Yeah. So what is behind the scenes here? Well, behind the scenes, and if you don't know, you can live forever with so much Agnesnevish. But if you do know, listen to this. It's going to change your perspective.
Exactly. Ga deze altijd zeggen. If you change your perspective, kannst du gewoon lernen zu leben mit dem bitch. It's a joke. But
for a second.
But if you change the perspective, geht es daran anders in dein Kopf. Geht es daran, siehst du der Lego Set anders.
So we men have this nature that Hashem gives us. It's about we are problem solvers. This is what we were created to bring panusa. We are solving always problems, right? This is what we're doing. Now, hey, wife is not a problem solver.
The husband is a problem solver. The wife is a problem maker.
A female thing, it's a male thing. So when she comes, she knows her husband is her protector. Like we said before, like this, he's the masculine person. He's the shomer. He's the giver, the mashpia, whatever you want to call it, right? She wants one thing. My protector came home. I want a listening ear. I want someone to listen to me. He, from his perspective, because he is a male, he feels okay. There's so many problems I have to solve. No, nobody asks you to solve problems now. All we ask you is listen. So show some empathy. Right. Listen and say, wow. You have a tough day. End of the game. Now, so to answer your question, when this is
from a male perspective, it is also interesting. Like, just sitzen there and aushören bis the end and be like, oh wow, what a hard day. So feels a bisschen fake from a male perspective, but that's what we got to do.
Miscommunication between husband and wife. This is when all this stuff you just mentioned are starting. Mm-hmm. Then he feels she is bothered with him. He is bothered with her. And this is what brings all the problems.
So it's a miscommunication thing, is what you're saying?
Yes, always. Miscommunication doesn't mean that in shul you're not a communicator.
Right.
And she is a Rebbetzin in the Wabash, and there's a solution.
Right.
But between them, between opposite genders, that has to be the closest.
So von wo lernt man das in Shows mehr? Man geht Ashira, so wie man geht, man lernt, man sagt das Kedischen, man lernt die Yovumas, man lernt alle Beis. Wo lernt man das in Shows in Schools? In Geider. Wo ist the issue mit das auslernen?
People in the world, and you don't know how, automatically you are on fire.
No. Now, what happens if one of the...
In is gewend is, das auch bei Dora Floga, or whatever, was am Gebäude Tower, some got different 70 languages, and was geharge dort. I think, that's what I'm auslernen for younger.
There's a couple, and one of them don't believe in therapy. One of them doesn't believe in going for help. They're just not there. You know, one person says, you know what, let's go. Let's figure this out. Let's have communication. And one person just thinks that this therapy is a joke.
The problem with the question was fragt, I get a question, aber se du hast Sach points wie verwuss jener hat nicht Sleep Therapy. Weil gegangen ist ja ein Makeshift Therapist, was hat ein Office und ist ein Mann, ein älterer Mann, raufgekickt in der Community, but er nicht licensed, und sucht alles behind am back, oder einer gegangen zu einem licensed therapist, but jener nicht gewinnt geht für dir, hat sie oder er a bad taste in the mall. You get what I'm saying? So, lass mal sehen, was er antwortet.
This is a daily question.
Yeah.
Because like most of the time, the phone call that I'm getting, my secretary is getting the phone call anonymously, but when it's getting to me, it's always the question is, how can I bring my spouse in?
Correct.
And my answer is always like this. Most of the time, when your spouse is telling you, I don't believe in that, she or he, they do believe. It's not they don't believe in that. They don't know exactly what to expect. Like, no. Meaning they are, what they understand is they're going to meet someone that is going just to have a full page of complaints, and they're going to have to sit half an hour and listen to complaints.
Ooh, the woman will nicht ausheren complaints, huh? She wants to be a problem solver now.
How about that? And this is also like one of my lines that I will use to my clients always when a couple comes in, is like, let's go from 0 to 100. Okay, it is a 40-60 issue, or a 50-50, or a 10-90. Because if this is a 10-90, maybe someone can help you, not me. I can help you. I help 50-50, 40-60s, sometimes 70-30s.
You mean people who both want to help themselves?
Not both feel a part of the problem. Forget about help.
That's
a
important.
part of the problem. If I always ask the question, if it's a 10-90, I'm not successful. Most of the time, I'm not successful, because 10-90 is like, it's not true. So let's go back to your question. Most of the time, when one is inviting the others to go for help, she or he takes this as a message. You don't have the power or whatever to explain me how bad I am. Now you're going to take me to a therapist, which will help you explain for me that I'm a problem.
Right.
So the answer is
on
not
your side also.
Right. Now we have 2 against 1.
Right.
So it's not that I don't believe in therapy. It's not. I don't believe in someone complaining about me.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying...
So, because will nicht gut werden, sind wrong. You know, die will gut werden, du bist wrong. So, sag bequemer, sie trachten bis gerecht.
Is if someone understands that, and you know how to articulate that and explain the other person that this is not about blaming, and this is not about hanging up a flag and telling you how wrong you are. This is about helping each other. Right. You can get anybody to come.
Yeah, because everybody wants. At the end of the day, everybody wants to be good.
Everybody wants to
have a healthy relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially if someone like I'm telling people, you're not I'm a yuchid here. You know how many people I saw last year. I saw about 135 couples, and this is not like. It's not like about rich people or just like people that don't, poor people, beautiful families, everything. It happens to be. Not everybody is getting it. Now we can talk about the new way of Counselor Rabbi's college teachers. It's a whole
different podcast.
We can talk about it, but just in a nutshell, I feel that sometimes the old way, which is when I got married 35 years ago, because I only got one lesson. We knew we didn't got everything, because it can't be everything in one lesson. So we knew that something is missing, or we're going to get it, or we're going to go somewhere. Since there is 8 lessons before the marriage, you feel, okay, I am fully prepared. There's nothing more information that I can find out about. Right. But guess what? You didn't have anything. It's just the way in.
How many times do you see that one spouse becomes the therapist in the marriage?
A lot of times.
Yeah, but why is that healthy or not?
No, of course not. Let me explain it to you. What I'm doing. and how I'm trying to avoid what you just said. Everybody has ego, me and you, sorry, okay? But we have ego. When we have an argument, how we control ourselves, is the argument about the subject that we're talking about, or it's about me barash? It's me or you. It's sometimes it takes a second to go from a healthy argument about the subject to an unhealthy argument about who is alagova, like which this is and this is taboo, like this is kind of real toxic.
Yeah.
It's not good. I like this. Like, my advice is always like when you want to have an argument with your anything you want to deliver for your spouse, ask them, when is a good time to talk? Tomorrow or a day after? Not now. Not on the spot. Not spontaneous. First of all, let's have a good conversation and let's schedule it. The idea is not when you are like kind of
right,
whatever,
worked up.
Yes. So first of all, it's a message that it's not going to be about my ego. It's going to be about the subject we're going to talk.
Ist auch jetzt, ein paar Tage später, jeder hat sich schon beruhigt. Man kann umkicken die Sache as a subject, nicht as, so wie sagt, ego.
It's not about me or you. It's about both of us, right? And most of the time, when it's about when it's scheduled and it's go with the time, the conversation is going good. And it's not about therapy, like helping each other. It's about helping us. Let's work together. Let's grow together.
Right. Now, is there ever a time that you told a couple, or you told one of them that they have to run, that there is nothing to do?
There was once or twice.
Because of a personality disorder?
No. Sometimes when it's an early age, not when there's a family. There's no family.
No kids.
And one of them really doesn't want to work. Like don't want to participate. Even they're gonna say, yes, I'm here. It's nice to say I'm here. Everybody's here.
Right.
But really, if there are people that are stubborn. They don't understand the idea that you have to change yourself. You have to change yourself. They always say there's a famous mushal, how two people are getting close together is you have like a rope. So everybody, like the husband is on one side of the rope and the wife is the other side from the rope. You're starting to cut and to cut and to cut and to cut. And as more you cut from the rope, you're getting closer and closer. And the idea is, if you're ready to give up about yourself a little bit, the more you're ready to give up, the closer you're getting.
Yeah, of course. So
that's the name of the game.
Yeah. So what happens? Because we see that a lot. People are closed off.
I like this analogy. Die das der Ausschneiden von der Rope, meaning von dir zu wachsen. I like.
Because of pain and suffering, and they chose to become ice cold.
Right.
And this is their mechanism. This is their defense mechanism.
Right.
Because if they would open up, the pain would be unbearable.
Right.
So the question is, how does a wife or a husband who comes in who is an emotional person, who is a sponge,
right,
living with a person who decided that they will shut their feelings off because they have no other.
Wenn du sagst, the word decide, it sounds wie a conscious decision, which I don't agree. Es ist mehr, also ist the circumstances ausgekommen, als soll so werden.
I mean, this is their mechanism. They said, if I open this up, what do you say to a couple like that?
So
hold on a second. I'll be back in a minute. I just need to. Mother Nature is calling. All right. In Zimmerzirik. We are back.
Most of the time, there's a reason behind that. There's a reason behind it. First of all, I don't like to just put labels, the ABC labels. Right. I don't like that. I believe we are different. We are Yidden. We have a Torah. We have misssuite. We are different. We are different. You're reading books.
Was heißt, nicht du kein ADHD bei uns? Nicht du die alle Sachen nicht du, weil man hat Teure? I don't agree, but okay.
From other cultures, right. Good. You can read whatever you want. Yeah. You know, there's a Chafsoifer. The Chafsoifer says that even in the doctors are aware that the Yidden with the non-Jewish are different. There's a difference. Anyway, this is it. So,
nein, du hast auch Sachen, wo die Schwarze haben, wo es zusammen ist, und du hast auch Sachen, wo es zusammen, wo die Schwarze haben ist. Aber das hat nicht die Team, bis der Jid, sondern von wie die bist. Ashkenazi, Svardish, different genes. Just saying.
So, back to your question, I don't believe in the labels. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in the labels. So, there's always an exception. Again, there's always an exception. But most of the time, if
there you go.
One of the spouse is open enough not to judge.
Basically, was ich meine try zu sagen do ist, als wenn die wenn die jumpst right away auf sagen, oh, jener hat Jens, die gehst jener mal Label up, des agreed nicht mit. Ob ich darf, drehen seine Wörter.
And you got to be patient with this. Like, it goes step by step. It doesn't go in 1 second. Right. Like, open up a little bit, fall back, open up. Mm-hmm. But if this is the goal, and you have daily conversations and comfortable conversations. Make the environment should be geschmack. Yeah. Prepare some smoothies. Make it delicious. Make it good.
Mm-hmm. Make some
a positive environment and at least trying what to do. You think you can
the same
up.
Close person when is going in business and have to have a conversation with a Chinese which speaks China and he speaks English. They're getting along because the $1 million deal is not going to happen otherwise.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know,
Give a kick this Michael was like that off of Zampuno when I ended their line.
English, they're getting along because the $1 million deal is not going to happen otherwise.
Right.
That's right.
So you know that.
It's a new guy from their line.
Yeah, he knows where to talk.
He knows where to talk.
Yeah. Now, as far as parents, you find that parents.
But the to point now, the Chinese guy will ook the $1 million deal. So stelt zich ook het zie. Just saying.
Get involved, and that hurts the Shalom bias.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
The reason why is, it's not a joke, but I say it in a joking way. I always, like when parents are calling me, I will say, I want to ask you a personal question. How's your Shalom bias?
Right.
Ooh. And the answer is so. So did you decide, so how come you're not coming? Like, are you going for help? No. Why? We decided that...
we'll handle it.
We'll handle it. So why do you decide you handle it? You have something in mind, like something something you have like a week, like something is, you like something about him. And because you like something about him or her, you decided to go ahead in your life. Guess what? The same as with your children. You can't decide for them.
Right.
Now it's very like, it's a topic that's...
It's a huge topic.
It's a huge topic.
I spoke to some parents.
Ich weiß einer, was hat sich gegett, was ein Schwieger hat sich herangemischt, aber misser getten. Just imagine.
Right.
And there's a very fine line because first of all, there's kibbutz avim. Second of all, which is a big issue, and then
by the way, kibbutz avim arbeit nur in daheim. Ze arbeit nicht in draußen auf dem Gas. Just FYI.
Second of all, parents put their own opinions and their own ideas. Sometimes they like the son-in-law, they like this, the wife likes the daughter-in-law. Doesn't. But sometimes there are two parents who are sitting and watching something going down, and they feel that it is wrong.
Right.
They have to.
Rav Mool. Okay, nicht Rav. Rav ist ein größer Nummer. But a Sachmul, wenn einer hat nicht lieb ein Schnier oder hat nicht lieb der Eidam, is because der Mann dich von dir. Und geht dann eigene Medicine. And you don't know how to handle it, you know?
Save the child. Right. And then they
jetzt kannst du fühlen, wie so dann schwieriger oder dann schwer gefühlt, wenn die aus Gassen geht.
Hold back because it's not my job.
Right.
I just let them do whatever they want. Right. Nobody told me, and I'm not going to say. So where does a person know that...
They should always ask someone else.
So ook het wendt zich welke relationship die gaat met deine Kinder. Welke mijn parent die bist. In wieso geht man? Man sieht, wo sie deine Kinder kommen zu dir später. Oder als Kind, in sie suchen die Problems. Aber der Kind sucht keinmal nicht kein Problems, misch dich heran. Weißt du nicht?
No, never trust yourself. Mm-hmm. Don't trust yourself because who's yourself?
Right.
Who is yourself here?
Very important point what you're saying right
Don't trust yourself. Never, ever. Ask a smart person. A smart... Das Teure means... When you talk about das Teure is not the same dying that you ask the Schale if you forgot to sign Talamuter.
Right.
Maybe he's good on that.
Right.
But ask somebody that has das Teure and has experience in this field. There's not too many Rabbunim that have both of them.
Yeah. No, it's very important what you're saying, but it's a very profound because people feel they're right, and you're saying never trust yourself.
No.
It's very, very
Who is
important.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yourself is your subconscious, which is you're not in control, and it's about 93% of you.
Wow. It's very, very important. Let me ask you another interesting question. What is the difference? How do you know a difference when it's abuse and when it's just a disagreement?
Yeah, that's a very odd
Because
point.
first of all, abuse is not.
De maakt me van een Chavaman, was gesagt, er gasten gaat 8 uur. En hij zoekt mir, als gemeint, die ganze 8 uur, als arbeitet auf Schule und Bias. Aber nachdem er sich urgegangen, harget sich stamma so mit der Wahl. Weißt ich mein? So.
Only in this particular
bias.
complaint. A person that is about to abuse somebody is a sick person.
Yeah.
And a sick person is not only sick in this particular thing, he's sick in all subjects.
Like where? Explain it.
Even in the intimacy life, in the at workforce. It's a whole picture. It's a whole picture. It's when you take one particular thing and you just aim on this, and this is where you find
the abuse.
Well, how about this? He's involved with
a million
50 other
things.
people, 50 other things, and it's excellent and brilliant there.
And something is off.
Something is off. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's find what's going on.
Yeah,
here.
that's very smart. Because what you're saying is, if someone is abusive, you will see it in all avenues of his life.
In some avenues.
Yes, yes. Now, what about, which is very complicated a lot of times, there's abuse when it comes to abuse and punishment, about the silent treatment. You're familiar with invisible punishment, which means that...
Only one guy did that, Sally. Only one guy said apikoides and for it, but most people don't know about it, about Freud and stuff like that.
Sometimes there's abuse with witnesses.
Right.
He's disrespectful.
Right.
He's doing something. But then there's this quiet, manipulating type of abuse that sometimes the spouse can't even... She looks like a fool explaining it.
Right.
She doesn't have who to explain it.
Right.
That is next level abuse. How does a person deal with that?
Yeah, let me explain you something. There is not a solution for every problem.
Right.
I'm dealing with something like this right now. A lot of people bring this inherited from their parents.
Uh-huh.
You know, I have something interesting, like couples coming into me, they ask me, from where should I start? Where should I start? So my response will always be, you start from where you feel that I have to know. And it's interesting, like the brain is sending messages for the person, start here, start there.
Without blowing a picture. He's saying, like, you got to start building a picture.
Most people are going to start from the childhood.
Yes.
And how the parents,
exactly.
like how the relationship was there. I never saw something like a closeness between my father and mother, which is very important, by the way. Like special people, Hasidic people think that because there is some things got to be private. Not everything has to be private. Children has.
En kennen this, Hasidim? Kinder dürfen sehen intimacy. Meaning nicht bedroom intimacy, but in the home, affection. How else wieso meinst du, dass sich es lernen? Von der Gas? Nur als Tatanas lernen sich es von der Gas.
Children should see.
Exactly.
And they can feel it. They are the spies in our house. You know, if you want to know if you have Shalom bias, ask your child.
Right. Now, let me ask you this, and I don't know
a good one.
if this is just, but in the Hasidic world, affection is not, there was not a lot of hugging going on in public. I'm talking about hugging the kids.
Hugging, schmugging, feelings, schmeelings. What's it?
You know what I mean? There was, maybe it was after the Holocaust. I don't know what it is, but there's not a lot of public affection. Is that true?
Menschen nog de Mulchumme zijn geen kranke mensen, I'm sorry to let you know. Mentally and physically and emotionally. Maar ze zijn er doorgegaan naar war. Nobody's blaming them. But ze zijn geen koko mensen. Ze draait. Man gaat die doorgaan war en kom raus normaal on the other side. Zij die toite mensen. Zij die lagers. Zij die trains. Zij die running mensen in ovens. You're also gonna change. It's nicht kantanas. It's just, then again, koko.
I think that it's true. It's true. Why that is? If it has to do with the Holocaust, maybe.
I don't know what it is, but
I would say
they were not trying. They felt maybe it's more modern or a goyish. They were staying away from this. There was private is private and public is public. They could show a tremendous amount of love, but mostly talking or mostly actions. These people would go in fire for those kids.
But I think it has to do with with the New World, let me tell you something. My father is second generation after the Holocaust. When I went to shul with my father, always
He grabbed your hand.
he grabbed my hand.
Yeah.
I'm not going like this with my children.
No, it's a different culture now.
It's a different culture.
But you were saying it's very important to show affection to the kids. You were saying that you shouldn't hide everything, right?
I think it's very important that children should see, they should feel a good environment between the tati and mommy, the conversations. And the atmosphere. You can't hide stuff.
Yeah, the way they talk to each other at the table, you can feel it.
You can't hide stuff. You can't hide stuff. Like I told you, you can ask your children, what do you think today? How's the relationship today? They're gonna tell you. You're gonna be amazed to see they're on.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Ist auch, die Kinder weiß nicht, wie sie nehmen es. They just know it. Können sie nicht ausnahmen. In wo die wahr sei, gehen sie haben, the chances sei, gehen sie haben dieselbe Sache bei seiner marriage. So brush up, brothers.
Yeah.
If you are thinking about making your relationship better, just think about your children. Your children are, first of all, they're going to copy you because they have no other place where to see how a husband and wife has to be to each other, only by their parents. And then it has an effect on the whole bring up. You know how many couples are starting the story by me? Tati and mommy didn't have the most nicest relationship.
Tremendous effect what parenting has.
Yes.
So
Ich verstehe nicht, wo der Schock ist. Of course. Das, was ein Kind sieht, sein ganzes Leben. Where else soll er sein?
people don't even know how. I mean, it's a huge responsibility, but it shapes the child. The first 20 years of their life shapes their child, and then they take another 50 years to unwire the first 20 years.
This is the subconscious part of that.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff. Let me ask you a question.
And by the way, man darf nicht an ausgeheilt, Penny. Penny sucht das, wie der Fallout. Sie darf nicht an ausgeheilt. Aber man darf die Understanding, aber kann sich ausheilen. A open-mindedness. Suchen für die Kind, die können sein besser wie mir.
Can a person after 15, 20 years not having the greatest marriage, can they change?
Oh yeah, I have it every day. Most of my clients are this stage in life. Why? First of all, they're only coming to me when it's 911.
Right.
911.
In the beginning of my career, I tried to explain to people there's a 311 also in New York. So why do you use me as a 911? I gave up already because this is the fact. Because we are, I don't know who the we is, but we are culture is you buy, wherever you buy air conditioning, you just throw out the information, you throw out the direction, you throw out everything because you're going to figure it out yourself. Right. This is our nature, our culture. And this is how we try to doing at the marriage too. We're going to figure it out. If not today, tomorrow, not tomorrow. I'm going to figure out everything in life. But guess what? The air conditioning you can change. The spouse, you can't. Right. Now, when they come to me, it's already 911, right? So sometimes, listen, it's 15, 20 years, they feel like it's 911.
Right.
But the way I'm doing it is, first of all, I will send out the husband to other room. I have two offices. I will talk separately to the wife, separately to the husband, okay? And figure out what's going on, okay? I used to send out the wife also, and like to the other room, I find out that they don't like to be sent out. Mm-hmm. This is also something that male and female difference. Right. So the male is going out, the female stays in the room, and I talk separately to each other like for a half an hour. And I have also my intuition to figure out.
So if he doesn't send out the wife, how does he speak to the husband separately?
What is missing here? And sometimes, believe it or not, one idea, two ideas.
Just a minor
thing. If they
thing.
apply the two ideas to their marriage, everything has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something like, it's not a miracle. Look in business. I want to ask you a question. Somebody sees that his business doesn't go as he wants to. He goes to a coach, whatever. Yeah. What is the coach doing? Or change the branding, change something, and it works miracle. So what changed here? So you just sometimes changing a line, changing two lines, changing an idea, changing a perspective on marriage.
Right.
Just the idea, listen to this idea, just the idea that the way you think and the way your spouse are thinking is different. In my office, I have a big book, which is called Male Brain, and the other one is Female Brain, and it's two different books. So just the idea that sometimes you can be...
One is logical, and one is just you open it up, and it's where, page 2, where.
Sure.
Chapter 2. We
that I am right and now she is not right or vice versa.
Gelijk oog het aan de humor. I'm just letting you guys know.
You can only think with your own brain. You can't think with the others.
Right.
So you're thinking with the male brain and she's thinking with the female brain. So
hopefully
both have to be open to listen.
So you have to be open to understand it and open to understand each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes just by showing your spouse that you're ready to understand them, it's okay.
Makes sense. How many divorces is happening in the Hasidic community?
So you know, my there was a video from me, like I gave out 2 years ago. You remember I was interviewed with the Army magazine?
Yeah.
So the whole interview was about this one clip, which was about 30 divorces in one day. It was Erev Shchodesh Iyar. So Iyar, most of people, like most Hasidics, are not giving getting Iyar because if to write Iyar with 2 Yid or with 1 Yid,
So they stay away.
They stay away.
1 month they stay away.
One month, but instead of this, Erev Shchodesh, it's still Nissen. So they do a lot of like, this is the day that you're pushing it like the whole winter. You're pushing for Kuf Test Nissen, whatever, Lamet Nissen, whatever. I don't remember. Yes. So it was once 30 divorces in one day. But I'm not concerned about the divorces. Divorces that's not the issue that hits me. I'm more concerned about the marriages that stay together and they're not married.
Yes.
Married and still not married.
It's worse.
It's worse, and it's a bigger problem in this community, because I'm ashamed to say the percentage, I think, of couples in the community that are only married on the books. There's no anything more than being called married. Like you could put a legal, like you put an M in the box. You could check off the box married, but nothing more than this.
This is amazing. They're
Sad.
not normal numbers.
And the pain point about this is because it can be prevented and helped in a matter of 2 hours.
Wow. What is the hardest part for a person to break about himself when it comes to marriage?
To find out that he is the smartest person at work, smartest person in shul, smartest person everywhere.
And he's
People
a
are
dumbass
asking
at
him
Advice.
and when it comes to his own shul and bias, his own wife, he's down the drain.
Batteries not included.
Person needs to recognize
How
that.
can it be? How can it be?
Kennen zijn eigene flaws?
Because this is the
In zijn ogen, wenn redt sie andere Gevre, bringen zij nicht daraus seine flaws. Wenn redt sie a zweiten bringt, sein Wa bringt ihm raus seine eigene flaws, kann das nicht sein.
because this is the only place that he has to give away from himself. He has to give up. He has to give up. Ude Marishan gave up his bone to build Chava. And that's how he got a wife. To show that no other creature was like this. Only Ude V'Chava.
It's amazing stuff. That's the hard labor. That's the hard work.
Right.
To break yourself and to recognize that maybe, like you said before, don't trust yourself. Who do you think you are?
Right.
You're living with your head in Shemayim. You think that you're the best. So to come to that humbleness is the key.
Yeah, this is only when it's 911. You know how the 911 is? When the wife will say something I can't say in public, but she will say something that he sees, okay, there's no way out here. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Which is something I don't want to discuss in public, the
Right.
whole idea of not going.
Yeah. Because if she refuses to go, that's the sign, is what you're saying?
Oh, this is something that sometimes they feel is the only way
To gain power back.
to gain power back, to
And-
send a message,
But the men,
to show how hurt I am.
but the men call her a martyr. The men call her, that she's playing games.
Yeah, because he
They don't
can't.
accept that as a
Sometimes he
message.
can't understand the pain. He will never. Sometimes they don't understand the pain. They don't understand it.
When we with a relationship is.
But on the other side around, I like to use this as an example. Just when when a husband comes home from wherever he comes, and the wife will tell him, Moshe, fix the light here. It's like 2 weeks. It's not working. He goes up on a step ladder, putting the light, and she goes like, "Wow, you are good." He feels amazing.
Right.
Then he goes into the kitchen and she makes a scrambled egg, and he goes, "Wow, you are a chef. Are you kidding me? Like, what's the difference here? Why 2 minutes ago when he did something that every 10-year-old can do, and the wife told him, you're amazing, he felt good. She doesn't. She's not. The Gemara talks about that. Because a man comes from soil, with was born from soil. He's always he needs always like acknowledgement.
A ground.
It's like it brings him from nobody to somebody in a minute. But he's going from a somebody to nobody also in a minute.
Right.
A woman, you're not getting it so fast up, and you're not getting it so fast down.
So what is she looking for?
She is looking for appreciation, validation.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me, feel my pain, have empathy with me, have sympathy with me.
Mm-hmm.
I once gave a drusha for Ingelat, and I told them, let me tell you a secret. Whatever you can buy on the street, and you do it at home, doesn't bring connection. You bring home for the grocery, nice. There's Uber Eats now. Everything. What is it? Something that only you can do. What is it?
Be a pain in the ass.
A compliment from a husband.
Right.
An acknowledgement from a husband. And the same thing is vice versa. You can't buy it. You can call up a friend and get a compliment. But a compliment from a husband
It's not the same.
Not the same.
So
A rich guy from Winnipeg came into my office and was like, a really rich guy, filthy rich guy. I'm buying for my wife every 8 of Shabbos flowers for $180. Doesn't do anything. And then he's like knocking on my desk.
Go for $180.
Did you ever, Rabbi Friedman, hear something like that? Buying flowers for $180? Which husband is buying flowers for $180? So I told him, you're not a husband that's buying flowers for $180. You want to get to be a husband with a $180. She's not stupid, she's smart. Be a husband. Doesn't cost you $180.
Exactly.
Cost you much less. Be a husband. And then you can buy flowers with $85. You don't need $180.
Exactly.
Yeah. True, 100%
Good
true.
one.
What are most complaints that women have?
Woman, nobody home. Nobody home. Meaning, if this podcast can do one thing, which will be, you come home for an hour, take this phone,
Throw it away.
and leave it in the car.
Exactly.
People will think, this guy,
Mijn is al bauen als eine zou aufkommen mit der Box, als the phone box, en man lijkt es ran bij dat hier.
the film guy. He's too spiritual for me.
Yeah.
It's not about spirituality. It's about, I just mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, you have to disconnect from the world if you want to reconnect with your spouse. And you can't disconnect if you have your phone on yourself. That's not the definition of disconnection. Yeah. That's not disconnection.
Exactly.
Wow.
Time to get rid of the
You
phone.
recommend people to check in with their spouses.
Why is that a lot of wives will call the husband in the middle of the day?
A lot of them call.
And then, after 2 minutes, they can hang up the phone.
Yeah.
So, the same way a man will check a few times a day his bank account,
Right.
not in the bank, but in his head. Am I settled? Am I good to go?
Right.
Am I financially stable? The same way the wife, which has a female brain, wants to check, do I have a husband? Now, how is she checking your husband? If she calls up, just by the hello, listen to this, just by the tone of the hello, they know everything.
Yeah.
And they're good to go.
Fine. They're fine.
They're fine. The same way as 1,000 years ago, they wasn't able to do it, but the hope was, I know I have my husband that comes home when it's getting dark outside.
Right.
I have somebody that cares for me, protect me, is here for me, is devoted for me.
Right.
That's what they want to know. And sometimes they have to call 5 times a day. Like somebody called me, my wife is bothering me 5 times a day. I told them, be nice the first time. She will know she has a husband, that she's good to go.
Otherwise, she'll check in again and again.
That's it, till she gets the message clear.
Yeah. Makes sense. I want to finalize with this.
Okay.
It says, Ish vi ishtoi, zuchi is shchina shriya b'nayim.
Right.
I want to talk about the spirituality part.
Right.
Which means that you see a lot of couples, you're working with Hasidic Yidden.
Right.
How important is that incorporate the Rabban Shalom, living with a minim betuchen? I understand we talked about, physical and emotional and
Sadly
do
approved.
this and ask somebody else.
It is the halal.
But the core for a
Wat ik me zeg is, do mention was dan zei, like, ze koopt me, ze draait me op de cup. So I wonder what he says to that.
younger man or middle age to know that there is a Rabban Shalom and this is your basher and this is made for you to bring out the best in you, to become a different person. How does that help? If a person has that in their life, how does that help a marriage?
This is number one in the marriage.
Yeah.
This is something that without that, it's not only about marriage. I think it's about the whole entire life.
Correct.
It's about the entire life. Talking about the minna
Momo.
is beautiful.
Hello and welcome.
Now, I want to add just one thing that people are mistaking about the minna betochen, or even davening to Hashem. If you daven to Hashem, or you pray to Hashem, or you thank Hashem, a lot of people are doing it because Hashem did what I want.
Correct.
He agreed. Kevayuchel, around the world, yes, but the real minna
yep.
and the real way to thank Hashem is, I don't understand exactly why He did it to me, but he's the Eibishter.
It's his roots.
It's his roots, and when I'm praying like, do what is good for me. Do what is good for me, and the same way you think Hashem. And wherever it happens, it's like, okay, it's meant to be. This is the way He wants. This is the way I was created, and when you have this in your life, you have such an easy life.
So when you sit with couples,
right,
and you find that the wife or the husband has a little bit Yiddish mind, he's a little bit understanding.
How you doing, Momo?
That I am not running the world, that is somebody else who's running. Well, we're having some difficulties,
right,
but you're obviously a gift in my life, and I'm a gift in your life. We just have to straighten it out. And the Rebbe Shalom helps. There are people who can help out. You can go
right
to a third party and stuff like that. Do you find you have an easier time than with people who are koiche some Yudi mode?
Definitely.
Okay, usually die hast dein eigener Koech und die das dich allein changen, hast du nicht kein Koech. So
It's a different language.
yeah.
You use a different language. You have much more content to sell. Like you can open books. You know, like I have 2 sides in my room. I have books and then I have the Shas. So books is it's most of them are not Jewish.
And going back to that parenting is so important, because parenting, if they plant this into the children, that there is a Rabboni Shalom, and if you're a person with Yiddish Shemayim,
and you have to be okay, even if it's not okay for you. Course. That's the main. That's the point.
That's Emunah.
That's Emunah.
Being okay, even if it's not okay.
Where's Emunah starting?
Where logic ends.
It's where logic ends. And the same thing is with Tuchen. The same thing is with thinking.
Oh, sheesh.
Hashem. Yeah, all the sides, thank you Hashem, thank you Hashem, which is very important. But the meaning of thank you Hashem is not because I understand it. Because if it's because of you.
Wenn es geht, ist nicht interessant, sagt Wenn es schlecht, dämmelt.
You think yourself. You're not thinking Hashem.
100%. Let me ask you, what kind of Svurim are you connected to? What's giving you a drive? Where do you get your fire from? Which Svurim?
Gemura.
Gemura, mamish, from the shirim that you give.
Yes.
Rabbi Friedman also gives a powerful daily Daf HaYomi shir.
Rabbi Moshe Shwait from All Daf heard about the shir. He came to visit the shir, and then we started to be on All Daf and then at Torah Anytime.
So how many people are listening?
Right now, between Torah Anytime and All Daf and my private phone line and many other platforms that I don't even know, I have more than 10,000 people listening a day to Daf Yomi, Baruch Hashem.
That is an amazing accomplishment.
When you are in the Gemara, the way a Yid have to be, I'm giving 3 shirim a day. I'm preparing 2 hours plus each and every shir. So make the calculation. Gemara is when you are in the Gemara as you should be. I wouldn't say I have room to grow, but yes, this is where and there is here and there I have like
Daf Yomi will help you.
I have my
Svurim that inspire you.
And my Svurim, I have my sources. I'm buying a lot of books. I can say I have about 400 to 500 books about marriage in my yes, because everybody has something that you can get something.
I wonder how his marriage is. Nicht wie a just a interessante, like, wieso is done marriage?
Out of it. And I want to tell you something about, let me just add about therapy. I think it's important to be on where they go to therapy, not go to therapy. I have a lot of couples coming to me after being months by therapy, and then they come to me. Therapy is something that is, again, it's good. But people have to remember, therapy is not a doctor. When you go to a doctor, you have pain somewhere, he takes an X-ray, MRI, he can give you a diagnosis based on what the pictures are showing. Yes, the X-rays are showing. When you go to a therapist or a psychiatrist, there's no X-ray, there's no MRI. What is there? They went to school, and basically they have a lot of folders
experiences.
One is called bipolar, one is called OCD, whatever it is. Yeah. And the more they're connecting to you, they feel you, they, in their mind, oh, this is the folder I have to take out, they have to work. Most of the time they're right, but sometimes they're not. Now, if you go for weeks and weeks and you're not getting anywhere, and you're just going because your friend told you or the referral told you that this guy is, or this lady is fantastic, she or he might be fantastic, but not for everybody. And if you don't see a change the therapist.
Right. It is okay to switch out if you
feel
you find the right
fine. One. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a licensed person, but if after a certain time, I wouldn't mention the number because the number is different, but at a certain time, I will say for my client, time to change.
Wow. We had an incredible conversation today.
Thank you very much.
A heartfelt, incredible conversation.
By the way, I get the conversation, guys, gave my like. I must say, geworden Sach besser in interviewen. Mit dem gegeben Zeit, he got better at interviewing. Is stiller, lässt den Menschen reden. Ich habe nur auf ihn, der Rabbi Friedman. Schon der zweite Mal, was ich höre muss, and he's very good. He's very, very good. I like him. All right. Vielleicht sage ich das. Was sage ich. All right, Chevra. Yeah, he's an awesome guy. Es hat 14.000 Views. Nice. All right. Sie kommen der Zeit, Chevra. Wie man darf sich segnen, wie ich darf sagen goodbye. So kein Mensch easy no matter how many times I try, but I gotta do it. Wo gehen wir schon viel ein, du gehen eine lange Zeit, eine kurze Zeit. Weil du gehen nur ein bisschen. Wir gehen jetzt auf andere Tab, ich mache mir YouTube an der Tab, warum ich meine die? Thank you. Wo gehen wir schon für alle Likers, Sharers, Commenters, Subscribers. And especially members. You know, for Zana member. In our special thanks for YG. For schicken a super chat. I really do appreciate it. Se nicht gewähnt kann, oh nein. Alright. Housekeeping. Se nicht gewähnt kann Unboxing Hand, weil se nicht umgekommen gut nicht. Die wirst etwas schicken. Ich habe jetzt gepostet the address. Eine von den Wegen, die wir kannst da raushelfen in the channel, and you don't mind, die kaufst an Sachen auf Amazon, in you don't mind clicking the link, posten a link, das ist kaufen the item, but die clicks the link, the next 24 hours, whatever you get, bekomme ich a commission. Es kostet nicht teurer oder billiger, it just helps me out. That would be amazing. Die kannst das raushelfen. Es ist Monday, so we got going live hand 7 mal Zeiger. And yeah. Gids op komt eraan a gig or something, but otherwise we'll see you at 7 o'clock. Noch eine Sache. Next year, 2026, ga ich gewoon the live 9:10 in the free. So we're going to push it off to 9:10. And also kann man gehen länger. Und ich habe mehr Zeit in the free and other stuff. So I just want to say that. What else? That's it. All right. It has been a pleasure. Thank you all for the opportunity. I hope you guys have an awesome and lovely day. And we'll see you all on the next one. Yankee, my pleasure. And until next time, stay kind to one another. Peace.